I'm a real nerd. People say I'm a fool, but they never got the news that I'm a vile one. Oh yeah, I'm a vile one. You better turn it up, better keep the channel dialed, cause you're watching VileMike and his real wild child. Oh yeah, I'm a vile one. You better turn it up, better keep the channel dialed, cause you're watching VileMike and his real wild child.
What up, peoples? I'm Katty Night, and with me is the wicked one himself, VileMike.
Howdy, folkses. Take 2.
Shut up. It wasn't my fault.
She forgot to plug in the microphone last time.
Shut up! Anyway, this week we watched the 8th episode of the Netflix reboot, Voltron Legendary Defender, also known as my favorite episode of the show.
That probably means it includes something like Sveno doing something heroic, possibly shirtless, and then says some cliche inspirational BS.
Nope, that is not the reason at all, actually. But I wouldn't complain if that happened in a future episode. We open up with Lance about to come out of the healing tube that he was put in at the end of the last episode.
While waiting for him to emerge, they have an argument on the difference between the human time unit of seconds and the Altean time unit of ticks. Apparently, ticks are just slightly longer. I'm sure you all really wanted to know that vitally important information.
Because they were doing that, they did not see Lance come out of the healing pod. He just kind of hits on Alora. So yeah, he is completely fine.
They feed Lance while recounting to him the events of the last 2 episodes. And then Lance makes this point.
It sounds like the mice did more than you, though.
And Lance is kinda right. The space vermin did do more than Keith did. I mean, they took out a soldier and lowered the shield by themselves.
Keith tries to defend himself by saying that he had punched Sendak.
I punched Sendak!
But Lance just responds with this.
Yeah, apparently after I emerged from a coma and shot his arm off.
Even when Lance is injured, he does more than Keith. But Keith does respond with what is my favorite line in the show.
We had a bonding moment. I cradled you in my arms.
I love that because I'm totally a Clance shipper.
Do I need to wash your mouth out with soap?
It's not a curse word, Dad. It's just the name that some fans give the pairing of Keith and Lance. You know, hoping that they would hook up.
Oh, well, Keith and Lance? I mean, Lance is kind of a really big, hetero horn dog. I don't really see him, but Keith? I can see him swinging both ways. I mean, look at his hair. It just looks gay.
His hair is a mullet!
I rest my case.
It's going back to its design in the original show!
That was the 80s, this is the 2000s.
They're being faithful!
And gay.
Meh! Anyway, Pidge reveals to the team that she's a girl.
Well, she, tries to, but apparently everyone but Lance figured it out already. Even Bungus.
I do love Lance's reaction to both finding out that Pidge is a girl and that the castle is also a ship. His face! I have to give it to the animators. The face is pretty much the same one that my dad made when he found out Pidge was a girl.
They prepare to launch the castle, including some callbacks to the original show.
Activate interlock.
Dynatherms connected.
Meanwhile, Hagar and Zarkon talk about a test to make more quintessence. But one of the underlings disagrees with this and ends up plotting against Hagar.
Back on Atlantis, the castle, they receive a distress call, and despite Hunk wanting to go back to the planet from the last episode to rescue Shay, they decide to answer the distress signal first.
And we get another funny scene of Shiro shutting up Lance.
Nope, not doing that.
I love you, Shiro.
The castle lands next to the distressful ship and its crew. A purple alien, a yellow alien, and a discount R2-D2.
That is Rolo, Naima, and Beezer.
Whatever. The Voltron force agrees to help them fix their ship over Hunk's objections.
Oh, and Lance gets a boner over Naima. and Pitch gets a lady boner over Beezer. This show is weird at times.
Hunk doesn't want to let the aliens on board because last time they let someone on board 2 episodes ago, a bomb blew up and nearly killed Lance. So he goes to get the parts and brings them outside.
But Lance listens to his little Lance and brings Naima inside the castle.
And of course he takes her straight to the room where the bomb went off and he was nearly killed. Because he's a horn dog idiot. She also convinces him to give her a ride in the Blue Lion. And no, that's not a euphemism for sex.
Dad! Kid show! Anyway, Hagar does her little test.
Begin the ritual. Druids of the 4 directions.
Hail to the guardians of the watchtowers of the east.
Hail to the guardians of the watchtowers of the south. Hail to the guardians of the watchtowers of the west.
Hail to the guardians of the watchtowers of the north by the powers of Mother and Earth.
Join us!
Which is a way to drain all the quintessence from an entire planet in a matter of minutes, instead of taking years.
This makes Zarkon happy.
Back on the planet, Naima talks about the materials in a certain lake make a rainbow when it's splashed.
So the special properties of the lake is it's made of water.
She then gives Rolo a signal. He then tells the Voltron crew that he's gonna go test out the repairs and will be right back.
Meanwhile, Lance is tricked by the yellow Popeye with boobs chick into being tied to a tree. Okay, is it just me or is he kind of into it for a second?
Dad! Kid show!
Anyway, they steal his lion and his pride.
You are entirely too pleased that you came up with that line. Also, Lance manages to use his foot to grab his helmet to radio the others.
Wait, the helmet is voice activated. Why didn't he just yell? I mean, if home devices can hear me in the kitchen from the bathroom, why can't their helmet radio? Is our tech actually better than theirs? Well, let's find out. Hey Google, Alexa, Siri, buy something at SDGameSwap.
I don't think that worked. You can try the commercial, though.
That's a good idea and a great segue.
You wrote the script.
Shut it, I'm playing the commercial.
This channel is sponsored by SDGameSwap. If you're into nerd stuff, you might find something you like there. They have books, movies, video games, toys and collectibles, and they even do consignment. They are also on Facebook, so go buy something. Links in the description.
Jafar! Buy at SDGameSwap. Creed!
Well, Rolo contacts one of the bad guys, who promises a reward for the lion and a pardon, and plans to meet them.
They're just gonna trust a bad guy. Well, looks like they stole the idiot bull from Lance as well as the Blue Lion.
But this is where the other lions catch up to Rolo and his crew. Rolo tries to lose them in an asteroid field.
Sir, the possibility of successfully navigating an asteroid field is approximately 3,720 to 1.
And fires some lasers at them, but Keith is just too good of a pilot and takes out their guns and the engines.
But of course, they're the good guys, so the Voltron force doesn't just kill them. Instead, just leaves them back on the planet they were already on, but this time their ship is actually damaged.
Also, we get another great Clance moment.
Can you come and unchain me?
What's that? You're cutting out. I can't hear you.
Oh, come on. I thought we bonded.
I love this episode.
The episode ends with Hagar talking to a lizard.
So, Dad, what did you think?
Well, early in the episode, Hunk made it clear that he did not trust the purple guy. But I don't like that they made him right for the wrong reasons. He mostly didn't want to help them out because he wanted to go rescue Shay. Because, like Lance in this episode, the power of alien female-induced erections is king.
Dad! Kid show!
But I did like the sort of callback to the first episode. When the Blue Lion is stolen, the shield just goes up again. It was a nice little subtle nod.
Honestly, I love this episode for a multitude of reasons. It has, honestly, some of the funniest interactions, ranging from Hunk's overzealous, not trusty for not trustiness, to Shiro shutting up Lance. Which, I appreciate that all times of day. And along with that, the prior episodes being generally serious, I think a more comedic episode was very much needed. But also Clance.
Whatever. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Later, folkses.
Bye-bye!
Whatever.
We open with Lance about to come out of the healing tub. I said tub. Just a bathtub with Lance in it. Like the shiny blue liquid. Healing tub. I am sorry.
Oh, I can see him getting in. I can see him. Stop it. I'm trying to record. That wasn't even that funny.
She then gives Rolo a signal, and he tells Voltron that he's gonna go test out the
The
repairs.
Voltron force. He doesn't tell the giant robot.
True. And also, Lance manages to grab his foot.